What's going on, guys? Britta here, back with FreeCodeCamp's basic JavaScript course, and we're on lesson 25, escaping literal quotes and strings. When you are defining a string, you must start and end with a single or double quote. What happens when you end a literal quote or a single quote inside your string? In JavaScript, you can escape a quote from considering it as an end of a string quote by placing a slash backslash in front of the quote. The signals to JavaScript that the following quote is not the end of the string, but should instead appear inside the string. So if you were to print this to the console, you would get Peter is learning JavaScript. Alan said, Peter is learning. Okay, I get it. Use backslashes to assign a string to the myString variable so that if you were to print it to the console, you would see I am a double quoted string inside double quotes. So change this line. Const myString, and we want to put in here I am a slash double quoted slash string. Oh wait, I'm using the wrong slash here. I am a double quoted string inside double quotes. Okay, run the test. Legend, wait for it, dairy. Okay. Quoting strings with single quotes. String values in JavaScript may be written with single or double quotes, as long as you start and end with the same type of quote. Unlike some other programming languages, single and double quotes work the same in JavaScript. Good to know, because I didn't know what the difference was before. The reason why you might want to use one type of quote over the other is if you want to use both in a string. This might happen if you want to save a conversation in a string and have the conversation in quotes. Another use for it would be saving an A tag with various attributes in quotes all within a string. However, this becomes a problem if you need to use the outermost quotes within it. Remember, a string has the same kind of quotes at the beginning and end. But if you have that same quote somewhere in the middle, the string will stop early and throw an error. Jake asks Finn, hey, let's go on an adventure. Finn responds, let's go. Here, bad stir will throw an error. In the good stir string above, you can use both quotes safely by using the backslash as an escape character. The backslash should not be confused with the forward slash. They do not do the same thing. Change the provided string to a string with single quotes at the beginning and end, and no escape characters. Okay, so I think in order to do that, we change this to that, and this to that. You should remove all of the backslashes. Oh. There we go. Escape sequences and strings. Quotes are not the only characters that can be escaped inside a string. Escape sequences allow you to use characters you may not otherwise be able to use in a string. Note that the backslash itself must be escaped in order to display as a backslash. So you have to do it twice. Assign the following 3 lines of text in the single variable myString using escape sequences. First line, second line, third line. Okay, so alright, so first line, and then new line, so backslash n, and then we want to do slash second line, and then slash n, third line. Okay. Should not contain any spaces. My string should contain a tab character slash t, which, oh, okay, so this actually needs to be second line slash n slash t. There we go. Concatenating strings with plus operator. In JavaScript, when the plus operator is used with a string value, it is called the concatenation operator. You can build a new string out of other strings by concatenating them together. Example, my name is Alan and I concatenate. Watch out for spaces. Concatenation does not add spaces between concatenated strings, so you'll need to add them yourself. So see, they added a space there at the end of the period. The string I come first, I come second will be displayed in the console. Build my string from the strings. This is the start and this is the end using the plus operator. Be sure to include a space between the two strings. So my string should say this is the start with a space plus this is the end. One loop to rule them all. Concatenating strings with the plus equals operator. We can also use the plus equals operator to concatenate a string onto the end of an existing string variable. This can be very helpful to break a long string over several lines. Note, watch out for spaces. Concatenation does not add spaces between concatenated strings, so you'll need to add them yourself. Our string now has a value of I come first, I come second. Build my string over several lines by concatenating these two strings. This is the first sentence and this is the second sentence using the plus equals operator. So my string equals, let my string equal, this is the first sentence, period, space. And then we do, my string plus equals this is the second sentence. Okay, my string should have the value of the string. This is the first sentence, this is the second sentence. My string plus equals, let my string equal, this is the first sentence. Did I spell it wrong? This is the first sentence. This is the second sentence. No period. That should do it. Okay. Constructing strings with variables. Sometimes you will need to build a string. By using the concatenation operator plus, you can insert one or more variables into a string you're building. Our string would have a value of the string. Hello, our name is FreeCodeCamp. How are you? Set my name to a string equal to your name. So we're going to do Britter. And build my string with my name between the strings. My name is, so my name is plus my name plus is that just and I am well, exclamation point. Heck yeah. Alright, appending variables to strings. Just as we can build a string over multiple lines out of string literals, we can also append variables to a string using the plus equals operator. Our string would have the value FreeCodeCamp is awesome. This is a const adjective, so we add our string and the adjective, and that's what we get. FreeCodeCamp is awesome. Set some adjective to a string of at least 3 characters and append it to my string. At least 3 characters is cool. So we're going to do cool, exclamation, let my string equals learning to code. So then we're going to do my string plus equals some adjective. There we go. Find the length of a string. You can find the length of a string value by writing .length after the string variable or string literal. Console.log AlanPeter.length. The value 10 would be displayed in the console. Note that the space character between Alan and Peter is also counted. For example, if we created a variable constant first name Ada, we could find out how long the string Ada is by using first name.length property. Use the .length property to set last name length to the number of characters in last name. So let last name length equal 0. Why is it equaling 0? Last name, okay, so we only change last name length equals last name. You should not change the variable declarations. In the setup, last name length should be equal to 8. You should be getting the length of last name by using .length, like last name.length. So equals last name dot length. Try that. There we go. Use bracket notation to find the first character in a string. Bracket notation is a way to get a character at a specific index within a string. Most modern programming languages, like JavaScript, don't start counting at 1 like humans do. They start at 0. This is referred to as zero-based indexing. For example, the character at index 0 in the word Charles is C. So if const first name Charles, you can get the value of the first letter of the string by using first name 0. First letter would have a value of C. Use a bracket notation to find the first name character in the last name variable and assign it to the first letter of last name. Hint, try looking at the example above if you get stuck. So we only change here. So first name of last letter equals last name. And we want to change this line. Const last name equals Lovelace. Const first, let first letter of last name equal first letter of last name equals last name last name 0. There we go. Understand string immutability. In JavaScript, string values are immutable, which means that they cannot be altered once created. For example, the following code will produce an error because the letter B in the string Bob cannot be changed to the letter J. Let my string Bob, okay. Note that this does not mean that my string could not be reassigned. The only way to change my string would be to assign it with a new value like this. Let my string equal Bob, my string equals job. Correct the assignment to my string so it contains the string value of hello world using the approach shown in the above example. So let my string equal Jello world. My string 0 equals H. So we only change this line here. There we go. Alright, use bracket notation to find the nth character in a string. You can also use bracket notation to get the character at other positions using a string. Remember that computers start counting at 0, so the first character is actually the 0th character. example, second letter of first name would have a value of the string D. Let's try to set the third letter of last name equal to the third letter of the last name variable using bracket notation. Hint, try looking at the example if you get stuck. So only change the code below here. So const third letter of last name equals last name. Last name. So we want to get 2. Okay, it's on like Donkey Kong, they said. Use bracket notation to find the last character in a string. In order to get the last character of a string, you can subtract 1 from the string's length. For example, if const first name equals Ada, you can get the value of the last letter by using first name dot length minus 1. Alright. Last letter would have a value of A. Use bracket notation to find the last character in the last name. Dot length minus 1. Should be letter E. Last name. Oh. I'm gonna put this here. And then this there. There we go. Nope. Running test. Test complete. Last letter should be the letter E. Oh, wait. We don't want a minus 1. Last name dot length. Okay. I need to do this over. Last name dot length minus 1. I think it's that. Okay. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here, but I want to thank you guys for hanging out, and I will see you on the next one. Goodbye!